Hey, welcome to my podcast today, Kevin Elworth Unplugged. I hope you're doing well. We are going to talk today about life, love, and leadership and experience some encouragement along the way. I want to talk to you for a few minutes today about the power of belief. We're just going to scratch the surface on this today. The rest of this is going to be kind of contained in my podcast that will be coming up in the next couple of weeks. I plan to do a podcast starting in the beginning of September. Probably my leadership lunch will transition over to my weekly podcast that's going to start next Tuesday. You can find me on Apple. I'm not listed on any other podcast platforms right now, so that will happen next week. So look for me there. Look forward to just kind of connecting with you, hanging out with you a little bit, and just kind of unpacking leadership as best I possibly can. But today I want to talk to you about the power of belief. Belief in yourself, belief in so many other things is just critical when it comes to your own determination and honestly what you're going to experience in life. Everything really comes down to your belief system. And so I've got a set of questions for you. This is just 4 questions that we're going to kind of look at, consider, and observe when it comes to belief. And then I'm going to cut you loose on this. Now, here's what I've come to know to be true, and this will be your tweetable. Okay, so you can use this to post somewhere else. I've told most of my clients this in the last couple of weeks, and I want to just promote it to you too. What you experience and what you get out of life is a direct connection to your ability to answer your questions. Let's phrase that again. Let's frame that again. What you get out of life is a direct result of the questions that you're willing to answer. If you refuse to answer the questions, you will not get results. It's the same thing as it comes to like the destination that you want to arrive at. We all want to arrive at a profitable, successful destination. We want that outcome. But when it comes down to actually putting it in place and defining what the destination is, people kind of they throw up their hands and they're like, "Oh, I can't do this," or "I don't want to do this," or they make excuses. It's all right here. It's all contained right there. And honestly, my statement is this: if the only place is contained is right there, it will never actually materialize because you don't have the guts, the courage to be able to unveil the plan and articulate. You're afraid of it. Why? You're afraid of failure. You're afraid of it not being able to be accomplished or whatever the case may be. But you have to have the courage to be able to get that plan or that destination or that desire out. I was just on a Maxwell mentorship call just a few minutes ago. Such an honor and an opportunity to be able to sit with John Maxwell. There was 520 other people on the Zoom call I was on with them, and just listening to him teach and talk and inspire and encourage and all these things. And his statement, it came down to, your arrival in life is really directly dependent. I said the questions, but his statement was on the people that you allow to speak into you, your mentors, the people that you are inviting to come alongside of you and to ask, "Hey, how do I do this?" And the premise is this: is that you will never accomplish where you want in life. You will never go as far as you can go on your own. You have to invite someone else into the process along the way. It's the difference between accidental and intentional success. And here's my theory: if you can really accomplish something great in your life accidentally, and you're proud of that moment, and you're just really, really grateful for where you've arrived at, what could you have done if you would have been intentional about it? And the intentional difference is, who am I going to invite in the process? So I'm going to just list these questions here, and then we're going to kind of cap this off for a leadership lunch today. And then I'll dive into it on my podcast in the next couple of weeks. But here are the questions that I would present to you when it comes to the power of belief. Number 1, what do I believe? We can't really base anything if we don't have a belief system. And if you tell me that you don't have a belief system, I will push back on you, and I will actually point out the fact that you do have a belief system. You just don't call it that. When I did a lot of pre-marriage counseling back in the day, and I would ask people, our first conversation, our first session was captured around the idea of expectations. And so I would ask them, I said, what are your expectations of yourselves? And they would be like, well, we don't have any expectations. I was like, the heck you don't. I was like, you guys have known each other for, a certain number of months or years at this point. I said, you have expectations about everything. Let me frame it to you like this. We have expectations that we say, I want you to do this. Here's my expectation. The last person out of the bed makes the bed, right? That's an expectation. Hey, if you took the milk out, you put the milk away. It's an expectation. So we have things that are communicated. We talk about these things and we come to an agreement on the things that we expect. But there's also an element of uncommunicated expectations, and you kind of see these come to the surface when you kind of get aggravated and irritated when you see that it's not happening. For example, my wife gets irritated right now when she gets in the car and she finds that it's out of gas. Why? Because I started a habit years ago of making sure that she didn't have to go get gas. It was just a thing. I'm going to make sure that she doesn't have to put gas in the tank. So when she does, she gets frustrated at me because she expected that the gas tank would be full. No, I created that myself. She also expects that I will bring her great coffee because I actually did make that a promise. You will have great coffee in my house. What is your belief system? The same thing is true when it comes to expectations as of your belief system. What do you believe? Okay, now let's quantify this a little bit. Let's enhance this a little bit bigger. What do I believe of myself? Do you believe in your potential? Do you believe in your profitability? Do you believe in your prosperity? Do you believe in your what do you believe in? What do you believe of yourself? Do you believe you are capable of it? Do you believe that you have the potential in it? Answer the question, what do I believe of myself? Do I believe I'm worth it? Do I believe I'm developable? I don't know. How about this one? What do I believe of others? What do I believe of others? Last question I want you to ask right now of yourself. What do I believe is possible? What do I believe is possible? Again, I'll go back to the beginning of this and we'll kind of frame this and kind of bookend it this way. But the outcome that you experience in life is a direct result of the questions that you're willing to answer. So many people are just like, they would be like, oh, this is good. Those are good questions. Sweet. Answer them. Because what you begin to find and discover and uncover is that when you begin to process through answering the questions, you actually begin to uncover something that you didn't know. You didn't know was possible. You didn't know that you believed it. You didn't know that you should believe it. And now you have some trajectory. You've just grown a little bit, and your growth will take you a little bit farther ahead. So what do I believe? What do I believe of myself? What do I believe of others? And what do I believe is possible? Hey, we're going to catch up a little bit more on this on my podcast. You can check that out on Apple Podcasts. It's Kevin Elworth Unplugged. We'll look forward to talking with you there. And let me know how I can help. My life, my goal, my purpose is designed around helping you accomplish the dreams that you want to accomplish, the level of business that you want to experience, and the level of just expectation and experience in life that you may not even know is possible. So let's do that. Let's talk about that. Let's visit on that soon. So I hope you're having a great day. Let me know how I can help you. Talk to you later.